back to WCW. It's your big little sis De'Azia.
Good evening. I am Chelle Antoinette.
Welcome to WCW's Hotline, featuring sexy Chelle.
Not the echo. Not the
I'm
echo.
very proud of that echo. We're honest. I'm very, very proud of that. Okay, I don't know what you want from me. How you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm cool.
Okay.
We survived Valentine's Day.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
What we do? I mean, no. Well, I did nothing.
I didn't do shit
Yep.
So why is it that I have to hate you every time? I did not.
Hate is
Sis,
such...
we bought Beyonce tickets.
We got Beyonce tickets.
And since I paid for them motherfuckers myself, I didn't do shit on Valentine's Day.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that.
Niggas. Shit. Jesus.
But I meant, like, I was like, no, what did I actually do, like, the day? But I didn't do anything. I chilled at home, made me a good dinner.
Like, I sent emails. I had dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sent some more emails.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got for you. And reminisced on the fact that we're going to Beyonce.
Okay.
Beyonce.
Hey, we got a cocktail.
We do have a cocktail.
Tell us about your cocktail, because this is a De'Azia's creation.
It is. I made it up.
She's really good at this making up things. I'd be like, let me go find inspiration.
Here what happens, okay? You turn on Food Network and you let it play while you're sleeping. And then when you wake up, you have random combinations of shit in your head. And you be like, I wonder how this would take. Like, I was watching the fucking Kids Baking Championship today.
Okay.
Okay, and they had like unusual flavor combinations. And I was like, let's go with this. Let's go with this theme. So we have unusual flavor combinations.
So, what's the name of your cocktail?
The cocktail is called Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Because we are using Jamie Foxx brown sugar bourbon.
Brown sugar, babe.
Okay. We know that's D'Angelo. Don't come for us. Okay, we're aware. Thank you. But yeah, so it's called Unpredictable based off of one of his songs.
Because we don't know what it's going to taste like.
We don't know what it's going to taste like. It's so nice. What you do is you put some ice in a glass. Then you're going to get 3 ounces of coffee. I got like the pre-made little coffee in a bottle thing. You're going to get 2 ounces of cranberry something juice that I got. Cranberry, yep. Cranberry juice. What I wanted actually was blueberry, and they didn't send it. I digress. You're going to stir that up a little bit with the ice to let, flavors get mixed in together. Okay. Then you're going to do 2.5 ounces of the bourbon. My 2.5, your 2.5, you decide. And then you're going to do a little skirt of simple syrup and a little of orange bitters, specifically. You're going to give it a stir, and then that's your cocktail.
Okay, so do we want to taste the liquor itself before we taste the cocktail, or do you want to taste the cocktail and then the liquor?
I want to taste the liquor first.
Okay.
So we got like little mini shots of the liquor.
I feel like that I may not like this.
I feel like it's going to be a little sweet.
One, because you know how I am about flavored stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like nervous. But Mr. Foxx, we're going to give this a try. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, this is not bad.
It's not bad. It's just it's sweet.
No, I will take this because I've had some other flavored stuff. And when I tell you, I am not a fan, really, for real, y'all. Like, I'm really not a fan.
It to be
especially
brown
for, like,
sugar?
brown sugar, maples, any of those sorts, I'm usually not a fan.
The maple ones be trash, bro. Why y'all do that to us?
The way I be wanting to puke every time.
Like, I consistently be like, let me mix this with something else. This is not bad. I've also already decided that I'm adding this to my French toast recipe.
That makes sense to me, though. That makes sense to me. I'll take that. Oh, she make a bomb little glazed syrup thing for the French toast, y'all. I promise she be having berries and Grand Marnier. I don't know. It'd be fantastic.
It do be. I should make some.
Let me know.
I'll volunteer to distribute. Yeah, I'm not mad about this.
I'm not mad about this. This one, Mr. Foxx, you did something with this. Because when I tell you, I do not.
Now, Jamie, again, invite us to the Fifis, please. Appreciate you in advance. Okay, we're gonna try.
Okay.
We're gonna try. Oh, you finished yours.
Oh, was it? I wasn't supposed to do that.
No, I just didn't think you was gonna finish it. So
I actually like this.
That
I actually like
Let me
this.
tell y'all why this is a thing, because when we tried Kevin Hart's and it was tequilas, and you still sipped on that.
I
don't
took
like
that
tequila.
slow. I took that a little slow.
So
but I like Kevin Hart's too, though.
No, it was good. It was good. But I'm just like,
and I was telling somebody else. I was telling my coworkers about it because what I ended up doing, most of my coworkers are like married or in relationships, whatever. So I had sent them a clip of the drink, and I was like, in case y'all trying to be all romantical tonight, and I had sent them. I know. I was like, unless y'all feeling a little romantical, you want to make a little drink, a little special,
or
rah.
You need to feel a little romantical.
And so I had sent it to them, and then the dude was like, what's tequila? And I told him, he was like, yo, I got some of that. That shit fine. We had a whole discussion about like how smooth the Kevin Hart thing was. So we are 2 for 2.
2 for 2 with the celebrity.
With the celebrity so far.
This iteration of black celebrity.
Who else do we have?
I think we had tried the Rocks one time, and I didn't want to insult him.
See, we didn't.
Loosely identifies as.
I feel like we didn't put that as a segment on the show.
We did not. So that's why I said this iteration, because I don't want nobody going back.
Because then we're 3 for 4 if you want to say that, because we did like the whips, the Cardi.
Oh, true.
We like the Cardi B.
So celebrity liquors.
We doing pretty good. I'm happy that y'all ain't just producing BS. You know, like just putting your name on something. And
I feel like this means I want to go to y'all parties. I feel like if I try a celebrity liquor and I don't want to go, like I'm like, it's all right, but I'm not gonna pay the extra money for it. Versus, then that means I probably don't necessarily want to turn up with you. It's either gonna be real crazy and I'm be like, my Uber's outside, or it's gonna be like real lame and I'm gonna be like, my Uber's outside. So,
all right, let's try this concoction that you have came up with.
Unpredictable. Oh, clinkety clink.
Oh, cheers.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I feel like I would have wanted my blueberry that they did not send me Instacart.
I'm not mad about it, but it kind of tastes like nothing.
I mean, it was ice in here.
It was,
so
and it might have iced out, but
because it's coffee based, so it
yeah. I'm like, it tastes like nothing.
Let me tell you, we had a lot of ice in here, because iced coffee drink, and then production was like, I'm on my way.
30 minutes later,
we were still waiting. 5 hours later, it was like, oh, that's nice. Thank you so much. And I wasn't going to remake these damn drinks. So we're going to drink this round and then I'll add some more to us later.
There we go.
Actually, I'm going to add some more of mine now.
What you mean? Oh, this?
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to add no more coffee because I feel like that's not safe for me.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, coffee is just... I'll also be comfortable making coffee drinks because you're a coffee drinker. And I'll be forgetting you.
I wouldn't say all that. Yeah.
But, I mean, you are. Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad about this bourbon, though. Good job, Mr. Foxx. What's his real name?
Oh, I know his real name.
It's an old...
Eric Bishop.
Thank you.
Bishop?
Eric.
His last name is Bishop, though?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, like that's... When the last time you met somebody named Bishop? That's so old.
Nigga, he ain't young. No shade, Mr. Foxx. I'm just saying you older than us.
Touche. Jamie Foxx. Could still get it
though. Absolutely.
Anytime, any place.
Absolutely. What do you mean?
And Jamie, you sent nudes to the internet one time. So
did he now? I missed that.
Long ago and in my memory bank.
Okay.
See?
Okay,
See?
That's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
That's doing something. Okay. Before we get too far into the cocktail, we still got snake bites. Today, I feel like today's episode is going to be a long episode.
You're welcome. It's always when I make the drinks. No, I'm not going to take that today's production's fault. I'm not even going to let y'all blame me today, okay?
Cheers.
Clinkety clink. I poured that.
You did. You poured a lot of it.
You know when you have to sit up in your room. And life choices here.
If you can guess the song that I'm playing in my head.
Sitting up in my room, I've been thinking about you.
Thinking about you.
I must confess,
Can we talk about the wardrobe that Brandy had on in that video? There was so many outfits that I used to want.
Talk about the room that Brandy had in
First
that video.
cute, but like the all black joint and then the black and white joint,
Brandy used to be
and
fly.
it was the black with the pleather with the leopard. Come on, Brandy.
used to be fly.
Come on, Miss Brandy.
Like, if
Norwood.
we're honest, if we had to pick out of the '90s girls,
Ooh, Brandy might be
who was the flyest, I might get that to Brandy.
Brandy might have been. Let me let that marinate. I think it depends on the era. So we had Brandy for a long time in the 90s, right? Because when Maya stepped on the scene with her like Welcome to the Dragon stuff,
but Maya was like Cali girl. I'm probably not gonna walk around with dragons on my shit all the time.
There was a whole movement.
I mean, I know I had a dragon shirt or 3 with some pants, but there's not
the little sticks. Come on,
we were racist. First of all, I apologize to the Asian community. We did not know that we was appropriated between the sticks in your head and the Indian dot.
I never did the Indian dot.
I didn't, but it was a thing around the same time. I remember people coming to school with the red dot on their head, and I did not know until I got older.
I don't remember
where
the dot,
it actually came from.
But we definitely was like Drew Hill, Cisco said we was getting this.
Dragons. We were all.
I felt like he had kickstarted that, and we was like, all right. This is cute.
And we was like, yay.
Because remember, you had to get the points, so you had to have the hair that did like this.
The fan.
And then you had to get the sticks.
Things that we should not bring back from the 90s.
Super cat eye.
The fan ponytail.
Listen.
Don't bring that back.
Listen. You know why? Because the fan ponytail was always struggling. And when I see them,
the fan ponytail was split ends. Let's call it what it is.
Okay. And the amount of sprints.
If there are any stylists watching, I need to get my ends clipped. I try to do it myself. Take the scissors away. But the amount of
sprints. First of all, your hair was damaged from the sprints. Because why?
It was the bougie girls using spritz. Because the hood was using gel. And just out here.
It was gel and spritz. Gel and spritz. What did you say?
Nah.
You see what tried to make a comeback? Gee, hold on. Let me tell you. A lot. Our whole childhood. No. And I ain't never laughed so hard because I remember when I was younger, in my younger years, and my mama was like, oh, they brought those back. Right? So let me tell you.
Bell bottoms? We can bring back some bell bottoms.
They slowly bringing that back.
They have my calves. I'd be okay with that.
They're slowly bringing those back. But I was in the Target. And I was walking past. Mm-hmm. And did the hardest double take because they brought back clips. And I mean like
the butterfly?
The butterfly, the flower, the headband, I don't know what this is called, but the plastic thing that looked like this, and you put it on and then you push it back and it make the line. The claws. Oh, somebody on TikTok was like, oh my God, I don't know what this is, but I learned it. I was like, you don't, the claw? Oh my God.
Hey, we don't,
the claw.
I appreciate all the beauty supply stores that's gonna go up from here because they had that in the back since like 1990.
Listen,
and they've been waiting to pull them boxes out. Y'all,
but you know what I appreciate about it? What I appreciate about it is it's teener boppy-ish. And
I was like, are adults bringing that back?
But my point is, with saying that, I don't feel like they have a teeny preteen segment anymore in growing up. Like kids is either you're a child and then you trying to be an adult.
Even with their makeup.
Yeah,
nothing is.
They don't have kid versions, and I'm sure they do. Like y'all, like when you like 7, 8. But I feel like them 12, 13, 14, like
they don't have. Yeah, your teenage and even your early high school years. I feel like when we grew up, it was like there was something that you could not do before you was like a sophomore, junior in high school. Mm-hmm. There was age appropriate types of not necessarily hairstyles, but how the hairstyle was put on you. Mm-hmm. Because like everybody was gonna get a French roll, but like
how your
French roll was done and whether or not you got to have a blonde
highlight. But it was something about a French roll that just screamed adult. Like I hated French rolls.
If you had a French roll in your high school picture, you fast ass.
Nah,
and it's not your
fault. Guardian was your granny. It's really how I put that because you know what I'm saying. Like if you had a French roll,
it's not even just if you had a French roll because I would do French
with
rolls.
The cuff.
It's the long bayang. If you had a French roll,
But no. Why we was like infamous for 4 hairstyles in one? Because I don't understand why we had to have the bang with like the weeping willows that swooped back to the basket and the crisscross into the French roll. Why we need all that?
Because we're creative, eclectic. Okay.
Let me tell you how I knew. Hold on, this is how I knew I was at a specific era, right? When I first joined the dance team. You know me now, right? Like my dances were very soft hair, right? It's very
like ponytail, but I won't.
Not even. No. I'm not a ponytail person.
I'm just for effect.
It'd be like I don't even know if the kids they don't even really do sew-ins no more. But what would you say? Like flowy hair, hair down, body curls, pin curls. If we're doing a ponytail,
you'd be like, let me do hair
for hairography, right? So like even ponytails, we can whip and swing that, not too long but long enough, right?
Girls, they ponytail game. They was
on. Half up, half down, body like hair.
Oh, good. I haven't seen a half up, half down.
Let me tell you something. Because the hairstyle I just described was my first hairstyle that we as a collective on the team had to have. For the Jackie Robinson Parade for people in Chicago.
Come on! Shout out to Jackie Robinson. Shout out to Jackie Robinson Parade, okay?
The hairstyle, I'm not lying. It was the basket weave up French roll with the swoop and the and let me tell you.
First of all, somebody mama was like, hey, I love your dance coach. She a real one. I like her.
You knew my dance coach came out. She was 1992 bred. You know what I'm saying? Like, ma'am. And I was like, it was so annoying. And I hated
Somebody mom was like, she saved me money. I could do this in the bathroom.
Nah, because it was a thing. Oh, so I have a stylist over here that you can go pay which was probably $50 at the time. You probably will not pay $50 for a style like that today.
You pay $50 for them to do a consultation.
But like, and I've always been a soft hair girl. So like the amount of spritz and gel, I was just like, and then
it's crazy that soft hair don't be soft hair for real.
But wait, there's more. Then listen, on the day of this particular Jackie, that was my first Jackie.
Okay.
It was misty, rainy outside. So all that gel and spritz, gel and spritz,
drip. Ain't nothing worse.
Then.
Oh, why you do that?
That was another performance.
You could have Googled you could have AOL the weather. Was it Google AOL at that time? Because we had
AOL for sure. I feel like. Listen, I was like, never again. I've never had that hairstyle ever again.
Because it's gonna get all on the uniform.
Exactly.
Somebody
white ass uniforms.
Somebody
brown
used the white
from
top
the brown
gel. That white top pro style gel, baby. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why? I'm so glad we got away from that. That's nice for us as a culture. As there's somebody out there still using that gel. Don't no more. We don't have to stay struggle our whole lives. It's okay to evolve. That's one of the things that we can. If they go out of business, we could be okay. They didn't need it. We don't need it.
Childhood trauma. That was traumatizing for me.
That white top, if it came out, you would be like, okay.
Well, remember you going to the hair shop and it smelled like motions?
Lustrous.
Or what's the other one?
Shout out to the Luster family. They actually from Chicago.
Something Zani. What is that called?
That sounds bougie because I didn't have that. I had.
It was like, no, you know how like, it was the ones that only the professionals can get.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, is that the one with the tree?
I don't know.
Which one? It's the one with the tree. It's Mazzani.
Mazzani?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was making
That's
it up.
still bougie. You had
it was the only ones you can only go to
bottle.
You can only get it at the beauty supply store if you had a beauty license, like the actual. Like you could not purchase it as a regular person.
Yep, you had.
I was like, what kind of special perm creamy crack is this?
The African Pride. They held the African Pride still hold us down to this day. I'm never okay.
No, African Pride.
Y'all hold us down to this day. Okay, we appreciate you. I think they're white owned though. Is what makes me mad about that.
Well, they knew their products. Let me tell you something. I'm not even gonna be mad at you if you know what worked. Like if you did the research and you figured
black owned and from Chicago.
If you realize that this stuff worked for this particular type of people and their hair type, why should I be mad at you for catering?
Let me see. I think African Pride though, they bottles of like the industrial size one.
I might be tipsy already.
I mean that's because
what is all of this?
That's hey, Mr. Foxx.
Unpredictable.
Your liquor is 30% alcohol by volume.
Is it? It is 60 proof.
Seems like not
Bourbon
a lot.
whiskey with natural brown sugar and cinnamon flavors and caramel or caramel.
What it spelled like?
It spelled like caramel. I just want to know.
I mean, on that, I would
Caramel
say
color.
I would
Caramel
say caramel
color.
Liquor. I don't know why. It seems like caramel fits liquor.
It is.
That's what makes sense to me.
I'm all warm on the inside. This show is about to go up.
Okay, have you ever looked at, this is such a random fucking tangent to go on. Have you ever looked at the difference in bottles between like now what a lot of brands look like, is like hair care products, and what they used to look like? And I'd be like, we've come a long way.
Back in the day, it was like, just for me. And it was giving us bubble letters and
All
stuff.
the little girls from the Just, did you see the Twitter thread where all the little girls from like the Just For Me perm boxes was like, here's where we're at now.
No!
Oh my God, this was like a month or so ago.
I want to
and
see
like
it.
all
We
of,
know where Latavia at. Latavia, girl, you look good.
You look good.
You look blessed.
It was like a whole thread of like all the girls from the perm boxes and the Just For Me was like, here we are now. Here we are.
You know which
now.
one that used to make me slightly upset? Not for real upset, but slightly.
They all natural, by the way. Don't none of them hoes got
No
perm.
lie, relax.
They was like, no lie. First of all, but they was snitching though. They was like, yeah, I didn't even have a perm in my hair.
I was
And
gonna
then
say
my
that. Nope, I was about to say that. Kelly Rowland, I want to say, was on a box for something. Had slick as shit. You know that's a wig. Quit playing in my face.
No, they wasn't wigs. Like the girls.
No, but I'm
some
saying
of them Kelly's might have been, but like the girls was literally like, oh, we came.
I want to
with
say
my
it was
hair.
Kelly. Don't lie on me, but I think it was.
One of the girls was like, yeah, I came with my hair pressed out, and they was like, okay, cool. Like my mom didn't, because first of all, you know, as a black girl, can't nobody just do your hair because of age. Can't nobody just do your hair, right? I got in trouble at a family reunion one time for that. Because I had went down to the family reunion. My mama had came and she was like, don't let nobody, like, got your hair done. Don't let them be down there playing in your hair. Okay, just call me first if they want to do something. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. So, you know, that's the rule of thumb if you go out the house. I knew who my stylist was. Mm-hmm. I get down there and they like, well, we all gonna go get our hair done. My hair's done. What you talking about? Okay, she was cute. Okay. And it was like, we're just gonna go. And I was like, we're gonna call my mom. Because what is you talking about? Aunties went up. What do you? And I don't regret it to this day because
no, there was a TikTok trend thread thing
of
Zaria and her mini hairstyles.
Okay, Zaria holding it down.
You
for the black girl
remember the
styles.
ponytails that used to just do this for no reason?
The reason you think that I know how to fucking box part? I remember them. I never had them.
Y'all,
so,
let me tell y'all something about
dear. You don't have to tell the people anything. I said it, and if they paid attention, they'll know it. Okay. I don't know why parting is so hard for me. My hand-eye coordination, I don't.
So hear me out, y'all. Hear me out.
They look fine.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. Your sister saw my hair, and she was like, "Oh, the parts look so nice," and I was like, "Good," because she was struggling. So
your ancestors was like, baby.
So I do my own hair, and when I tell you, I was talking about protein treatments, deep conditioning, cutting in. I do my own hair. I don't have time to go to people beauty shop and being in there for 20 hours. Okay,
Life by Chelle.
But this time when I was doing these, I just was like, parting takes so much time.
She phoned a friend,
and so I use a lifeline. I phoned a friend. And so De'Azia comes over and she's assisting me with parting the back of my head because I had already did the front. And she's like, bloop, 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 bloop. And I'm not judging that because when I part people hair, I'm making sure it's straight.
That's okay. That's part of what it is.
Yeah, like
on somebody else's head, I'd be like, oh my God, I feel like my eyes are off and the balance is not. Like, I be wondering, what's the little tool you use when you hang your shit so you can make sure it's leveled? The leveler?
Oh, I don't know what that's called, but I know what you're talking about.
That's what I be wanting to use. Like, is this shit level? That's how I feel.
But I'm just tickled because she like, all I can do is feel my head going like this because she like trying to make sure everything right. And so I was like, oh, well, like, make sure you like brick style it so they not on top of each other. She like, I'm like, baby, don't know what I'm talking about.
I knew what you was talking about, but you are asking she, her, me. Who you know?
Don't do that. I feel you. I understand. I do.
I did my best.
She did wonderful. Apparently, I ain't seen the back of my head, but she did great.
it's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
And then it got to a couple of rows where I started to part with my finger. And I'm like, is this straight? And she's like, let me click that little corner. Yes, it's straight. And that's how I was like, I do this too much. Because I take my nail. I really take my nail.
It was her. Like when your friends be like embarrassing you and be like, you ain't shit. Because she really was like taking her finger and like, okay, so. I mean, I'm going to use the comb to perfect it or whatever. But it's fine if you're just going to do it for you. That's.
At the end of the day, in my brain, I'd be like, the braids gonna cover the parts, and we just gonna keep it pushing. So like, I don't really too much. But if you're gonna be back there, you might as well get it right.
I'm going to get a shot. I'm not dealing with this. This bad shit. I'm sick of it. All right. All right.
Whoop whoop.
What? That's what I went into. The whoop whoop sounded like chicken head.
It was.
Damn.
All right, sister girl.
Ma'am.
So we recorded our last episode pre halftime Super Bowl. So now we must talk about our good sis, Miss Robin Rihanna Fenty.
I say no, feel like you got any of the updates. Go ahead.
I didn't apparently. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there you go.
Y'all listen. First of all, fuck you, Apple. Let me send stuff even if I ain't got no space. Okay? Suck it. Miss Riri and her Super Bowl.
Yes, girl. Before you talk about it, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you giving Miss Riri?
Navy.
Oh, I'm setting 10 toes down in mine.
Do not come on here. Actually, come on here and talk crazy. A view is a view. I don't care. I don't actually care, if I'm honest. I'm going to give her leniently.
Come on, honesty.
Leniently a 5.
Oh, I was too. Let's give her
leniently
a 5. Why do you give her a 5?
Because, and before the she's pregnant, women's bodies come after me, I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about her and her pregnancy, and I'm being honest about it.
I mean, we care.
I mean, in terms of why I'm rating your show,
performance,
not your performance, your performed showcase that you did. It's a 5 because your production.
Pause. Let me before you even go there. What did you like about the show?
She looked cute.
Okay.
I think the suspended elevation is a thing, so I will not discredit that because she heard me is not gonna get up on nothing elevated without support beams. What are you talking? No, why? You're brave. I appreciate that. Some of the dancing, some of the dancing. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to get, okay, I gave her a 5 as well. What I enjoyed about the show was, I was going to say that. Rihanna got hits.
Yeah.
So her medley was good. Vocally, I know she lip synced, I believe.
Oh, did she? I wanted to believe she did that live.
No, because there was a moment where the mic was over here and the song was still going, like the words were still going. So I'm assuming she lip synced. However, you still had to pre-record that. So that like the concert version of what you were doing. Fair. So you sounded good in your pre-record. Beautiful.
That's fair. Yeah, because I was like, I do like it. Okay.
The suspension in the air was great. I know the intro, she was like tied down to that bitch, but the outro, I don't think she was.
No, she wasn't. The outro, she just got up there
and was like, we leaving. So shout out to you and being brave.
Like, bitch, I told you don't.
Because you and your baby was up there in the air.
Yeah. Go ahead. I have something else that I appreciated.
There were parts of the... So as a whole, the choreography was cool. But there were specific segments of the choreography that I really did enjoy. Where there was this line of where the camera was going, they was breaking into sections. And then it swapped. And like as the camera was pushing back, it was the next group. And then you push back and it was the next group. I thought that was really good. I liked your black girl moment of being like, let me fix my makeup. Fenty, right? Like I like that.
I liked your black girl /Caribbean /hoe moment of patting your coochie.
Yeah.
On the national
On
television.
national television.
Come on, the patting coochies on the national TV.
So
Yes.
those are the things that I liked about the show, and that it was you, and that you didn't feel like you needed to have anybody. You held it down all by yourself.
Yes, I agree.
As a person who is very fine artsy, very visual, very productionist, that's where I was like missing it. And I understand a lot of people was like, well, she was pregnant. What you expect her to do with the tea in China? Hear me out.
Price rice in Japan.
I don't need first of all, Rihanna ain't never been the strongest dancer or the strong. Like, don't get me wrong,
Gonna give you
and
a
that's
good
not.
dirty wine.
Yeah, she's good at what she does.
She gonna give you.
But the part that I was just like, here's when I realized we felt thing, because we watched it together, and immediately at the time we was like, all right, let's go, Rihanna. What happened was it was the same thing the entire show, right?
I wanted you to change the light color.
I did.
Once.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch of color. Watch Blue's Clues and they'll give you a color spectrum to choose from.
A little bit.
Because what the hell?
I wanted just a little bit more thought. So, like, people are saying, you know, she was pregnant, she couldn't do a whole lot, etc. You had 50-11 dancers out there. The stage presence, the production that you could have given us, the songs that you gave us visuals, right? So not
no
saying
umbrella with umbrella.
That part. If you're gonna sing umbrella, your video had umbrellas. You know, like, you can make it fake rain, or you can just even give me choreography
if
with
the cameras
umbrellas.
hadn't panned out for the fireworks, or for whatever reason your fireworks wasn't working, that was a whole, like, what else?
Bitch better have my money. And that was your
you
opening.
threw money in somebody's face before.
That was her opening, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you should have money guns. Put out with Rihanna bills.
The fact that you started suspended in the air on "Bitch Better Have My Money" didn't make sense to me. To me, I felt like, and maybe you wasn't trying to do any of your features, but I felt like, what's the song? Turn on the lights in here, baby. I felt like that would have probably been the most appropriate opening song. I felt like the place should have been black.
No, hear me out.
I feel like as soon as she said that, poof, light, you know.
Hear me out on what should have been the opening. Feel it coming in the air. And it should have echoed.
Okay.
It should have had smoke.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Okay, and then just that part of it alone.
With that being
with her
said,
suspended.
all she had to do was be suspended. That does not include her doing anything else, right? Okay, both of our ideas are great.
Rihanna, you could have called us. Baby.
Let me tell you something, sis, because I could have
know
had
pregnancy
you.
brain is a thing, but
I could have had you. I own a fashion line. Now, I don't know if said outfits were Fenty. I think maybe like briefs or bras were Fenty that I might have heard.
No, she got like, I don't know.
No, some of those particular outfits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I know she has like loungewear, but I don't know if those particular.
I just felt like you could have gave me a little bit something more.
Okay, so I will give her credit though, because I do think part of the minimalistic pullback that she did is based on the fact that, like, bitch, go watch my fashion shows. Like, if y'all want to see Riri and y'all want to see me show up and y'all want to see what my full creative capability looks like, go watch my fashion shows. Because I did this shit for free.
I'm agree with that. However, if I've never seen your fashion show, you didn't give me a reason to go watch it.
Sales went up for Fenty Beauty.
Okay, good. Beautiful. What's up?
But you can't promote your
yeah, like you can't promote your stuff.
I don't need you to put Fenty on the label, but I need to know that it was Fenty, because I know it's Fenty. Because you did the pause with the makeup and I knew it was Fenty. I didn't need to see the packaging to know that it was Fenty.
Fair.
I knew that you puffed your face with Fenty.
Yeah, so
I don't need her to like plaster the sign on Fenty. I just need to know that I know that it's Fenty, and this is something I can go get from your website. Like, you don't have to put the tag Fenty on there.
I think Rihanna was genuinely just like, niggas, y'all know I got some shit on Amazon. Go watch it. Okay, that's it. Like, she was not here for, but I think that's a disappointment for us as fans who have watched all of your fashion shows since they came out,
it's like I just know what more you could have done. Yeah.
Also, my problem is people being like, she's not Beyonce.
I don't need her to be Beyonce. I need her to be Rihanna.
Truth be told, the last fashion show we watched, we was like, was Rihanna pregnant?
Did we?
Yeah. If you go back and watch that last fashion show,
but that was a while ago.
No, it was like at the end of the year. Which would make sense for where she is now.
Huh. Okay.
Or maybe
but
it was but I was just like,
something else I had.
Something
else I've seen her in, and I thought she looked, and not in a bad way, just thicker, right? And I was like, oh, Rihanna. And my original thought was, oh, Rihanna didn't lose her baby weight, and not like saying that. That's what I said. Yeah, not saying that like in a horrible. I was just like, oh, she hadn't lost her baby weight yet.
The only person though who did not. I didn't expect Rihanna to lose her baby weight. Like out of all the celebrities,
I agree with that.
I never thought that Rihanna was finna come back. Boom. I felt like she was finna come back around.
Because when she had her moment of being like, I'm eating, I'm living life, mama was thick in these streets.
Like, you gonna take whatever Caribbean coochie.
But okay, speaking of Caribbean, you had a great moment to like speak on Barbados.
You talking about how she an ambassador and didn't
we ain't getting no Pond de Replay.
Blue and yellow is what you give me a light.
A Pond de Replay moment, a flag, something, and I say that meaning like J-Lo came out with Shakira. It was very Latin America, which was amazing. Like, you know, showing their broadcast on this big stage. Here you have a moment to like really promote Barbados in a way, and that wasn't even
and
there.
Not that you have to.
Not that you had
but
to.
The fact that you had these avenues that you could have used for just lighting. All I'm talking about is lighting people. And I don't hear shit about her dancing.
And on top of that, you had 11 dancers. So not all those dancers has to be on stage at one time. You could have had 10 of them out for one section. Those 10 could have went off. You could have put 5 out for a Barbados section. You could have had 7 out for the umbrella section. It was just so many things that she could have done. And I just was like, damn, Reed, like it was a missed opportunity to me.
The light color.
Because the red and white and black or whatever was killing me. But it was like, did it have good moments? Absolutely. Like, but it was just, and then
I didn't hate it. It was just mid.
It was just mid.
Show,
and I want y'all
to convince me otherwise.
And I want y'all to believe that, because y'all really out here. And okay,
stop trying to comfort people every time they say your favorites don't do amazing.
And not to compare. I'm not trying to compare, but if I'm looking at my top whatever Super Bowls, right? And the things that people done, you had Michael Jackson with the illusion of him floating across stage. He had the entire audience a part of his show with that Heal the World, flipping over things, right? Prince made it rain and didn't get wet. I'm still standing on that.
Why that's accurate though? His
hair
never moved out of the way.
Not a drop of water.
And if anyone just talked about black hair, if you know, there's no way that man stood in the rain like that.
Come on.
And he just didn't get wet. He was like,
if we're going to talk about Beyonce said, I got 20 dancers out here and I'm still going to dance with myself times 6. Like, she just gave you.
She almost fell. I appreciated her almost falling.
And that was the Coldplay one. I'm talking about specifically Beyonce's. When she brought out Destiny's Child for a moment. Then after rewatching, I had forgot that Destiny's Child had sang single ladies. Like, they sang parts of single ladies. And I was like, oh, that's cute. We had Katy Perry. Katy Perry didn't do nothing fantastic, but her stage changed.
I was like, Katy Perry had a whole paper mache ass fucking, was it a lion or her?
Yes. Then she had a whole beach.
Are you ready for? It was a horse. Are you ready for? Okay.
I mean, and then another thing that Rihanna, and I know Rihanna was like, hey.
For Rihanna.
I know Rihanna was like, hey, I can do this all by myself. But if we're going to speak on being like pregnant, maybe being tired, that was a great opportunity to have a featured guest, to give like 2 minutes off of you to catch your breath or to do a change.
About it though. No one is actually like, it's not just like we wanted more from her physically. And that's why I think the conversation around like, oh, but she's pregnant. Nobody is talking about that. I'm not saying physically I needed Rihanna to give me more. I am saying you've had over a year to plan production-wise, and from your creative mind, within a year, you could have pulled from your Savage shows and literally just bought the props.
Here's the thing.
Bring the props from the Savage shows.
Here's the thing. I felt like this would have been Rihanna's show whether she was pregnant or not. So blaming it on pregnancy doesn't really matter. I think this would have been the show we got.
That's what she was going to give us.
Because you didn't just start making your show up 3 months ago.
And you also don't know how your pregnancy is going to be. So you don't plan a show and then be like, oh, like you will say, I'm going to have to adjust my thing.
Yes.
Based on how I'm feeling and what type of pregnancy I'm having. But the rest of that show, where you didn't have lights and you just was like, oh, just leave them out there. She said, I'm going to float in the air.
It was underwhelming. That's really what it was. And not that it was a horrible show. It was just a mid show. I love Rihanna the same. I'ma still rock her music. It's just I felt like we could have dug a little bit deeper into the show.
I just wanted blue and yellow lights when it was the Caribbean shit. It's all I'm
we
trying
didn't
to
get
tell
the
y'all.
Caribbean shit. She didn't even give me work. Did she give me work? Word. Did she give me work?
She did.
Okay.
She had a whole Caribbean section. That's why I was like, you could have literally had somebody hold up the Barbadian flag. You could have had the lights change so your people. You could have hit the pew 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 pew. We didn't even get a pew 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 pew. Nowhere in there. How you gonna have a whole dance hall section with no pew 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 pew? Nothing.
Not a pew 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 pew.
I was upset. I liked it. It was cool for what it was, but it wasn't all that. And I'm gonna stick on that.
10 toes down.
20, because I'm a usual too.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't.
Anything else we need to touch on?
I mean, we can talk to them about Ant-Man, but I don't want to do no spoilers. But what I will say is Jonathan Majors.
Hello.
First of all, who the fuck is your baby mama? Because it ain't me. And I think we should sit and have a real conversation.
Collectively, as all the women, we is confused.
Like, I ain't gave a damn about no boyfriend cheating on me, but this
How
hurts.
dare he? No, you know what I would like to talk about?
Hurts me.
Just a little bit, a wee bit, just a tiny bit.
What's up?
Breezy and Chloe. Sip strength.
I thought you was gonna say Breezy at war with the world.
I mean, but I felt like it not that it started, because Breezy been in the headlines for a little bit now, but the uproar that went on the interwebs when Chloe dropped the visuals or the snippet.
People are anti-Chloe.
And why are they anti-Chloe?
Y'all are anti-Chloe.
No,
Anytime I do something.
Production,
she showed too much titty.
Production, you shaking your head. You don't think people are anti-Chloe?
They are, but I don't think this is the reason. This is all Chris Brown.
Ooh, tag me in.
Go, because you gonna say what I want to say. Go ahead.
I'm saying some stuff.
Okay,
no,
hear me
I
out.
understand that.
Tag me in.
Go.
Here's my point. This uproar specifically happened with Chloe. And they came at Chloe saying, why would you do a record with this particular guy, right? But nobody came at her.
Not at all.
Nobody came at SZA.
Not a little bit.
Nobody came at all these black women who have songs or collabed with Chris Brown. Why is it that you're in an uproar when it's Chloe?
Y'all don't like Chloe. I don't know why. I think it's because all y'all niggas keep double tapping on her. I double tap on Chloe too.
She
fine
fine.
as shit. I don't know what you want from the rest
That's
of
my
us.
only thing. If you feel so strongly about this and black women supporting or working with Chris Brown, why didn't you do that across the board?
I'm going to give you a better one. If y'all felt so strongly about this, Chris Brown shouldn't have been nominated for a Grammy, but the fuck he was. I can't even tell you why. So y'all don't have that big an issue with him because y'all niggas still downloaded and got him all the streams. So
my only thing is, okay,
I don't like him and his responses to things. I don't like Chris Brown because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that he wants you to excuse, but he never took accountability for. I don't like him on that level. And I don't like Trey Songz for the same fucking reason, right? However, when it comes to him dropping new music with an artist like Chloe doing a song with him, like you said, so have a lot of people. Y'all didn't come at Drake. Nobody said shit to Drake when he made a whole album with this man. Y'all was bummed the fuck quiet. It's cool. The fuck boys made an album together. Nobody cared. But y'all downloaded it. But Chloe, it's, she needs to do this and she should.
It's because people have this idea of who they want Chloe to be. And Chloe's still out here trying to find herself, and she's trying all these different avenues to see which one, like whichever effect is gonna stick.
Chloe, I like it.
And to me, I'm like, okay, as an artist, you're supposed to collab with different people. You're supposed to try different productions. You're supposed to do all these things. So I'm not mad at Chloe, but I'm like, people, if you feel this way, then you're supposed to feel that way about everybody. You're not supposed to specifically only bring it up when it came.
If you don't like Chris Brown and you don't want people collaborating with him, then don't support none of his collaborations.
Okay.
Don't pick the newest artist to not support what he doing, because that's crazy to me.
You had your head up.
I see that some people are like really mad at Chloe, like because they feel like what she's doing is overshadowing her vocals
What's that got to do with Breezy? That's not shade to you,
No.
but like
they saying all that stuff. They saying even her.
Here's my
working with
thing,
Breezy
though.
And making a scene. You know what I'm saying? Kind of making.
You
a scene
ever
of
tried to
everything.
karaoke? Teach me how to. You ever tried to karaoke that?
Chloe ain't singing no songs you can sing. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
What is overshadowed? The mama has had vocals. We are aware that the vocal harmonies. First of all, you non-musician ass motherfuckers, they're like having a problem with shit because the musicians. I've listened to all of her songs and been like, I see your layering.
In a sense,
I hear your runs.
I guess I can hear them saying she over sexualized, and I'm not saying that like do you boo your body, your spirit, whatever. But I think what people saw. What people did was watch her grow up on the internet, and she came what we believe to be this wholesome family and sheltered in a certain type of way and carried in a certain type of way and believed in a certain type of thing and had this layer of innocence, right? And then Chloe said, nah, I'm a bad bitch. And so
Chloe said, I date drug dealers, I fuck niggas, I take their money, and I throw ass. And that's what
people
you
don't
get.
want that, right? Like, you don't want to take that. Now, can I say that I think there are moments where Chloe's doing a lot? I do.
Fair.
I do. Like, especially the times when she's just in her home or studio and she's performing a song and it's supposed to be just you singing this song and it be her while she's singing all the goddamn song and I be mad annoyed like the song don't call for all that, sis.
I mean, some of them, loving you definitely calls. The whole song is moaning. What y'all want to, how you going to be mad that her moan sound good?
I'm not.
What you want
I'm mad at the...
The song is about, I mean, technically the song not about sex, but when we grew up, we thought it was sex. So she said, and ooh, and ooh, and ooh. And I was like,
That's probably about it. But I'm like, certain songs don't need certain things. Sometimes I just want, when she was recreating some of the songs from Renaissance, and she was just singing down the song, like, baby, sing.
So here's my problem. I think that what the issue is people decided that Chloe was supposed to be the reincarnation of Beyonce. So you wanted her career trajectory to be like Beyonce.
But I don't think that's the case. I felt like people felt like she was copying Beyonce too much.
But that's what I'm saying is like y'all assumed that that's what it was supposed to be. So even in terms of how she came out, like y'all don't want Chloe to be sexy until she in her 30s because that's when Beyonce decided she was going to be sexy and not care about everybody else's opinion. You want her to have a whole childhood where she is, can you pay my bills? Quietly singing all of these songs, but still very much so like, no, I'm not a woman. I don't ride dick. Like, that's what y'all want her to be. And Chloe said, nah, I ride the hoodies of the dicks. My nigga's on trial right now. Okay, I'm sending him cash to his motherfucking books right now. Y'all mad. Like, just stop. Let her live her life. And even still, and it's also because she has a sister. So I think that's the other part. Because we
and Hallie got Little Mermaid. She got Disney baby.
We're
she
prone
just
as
like,
a society to want to be like, oh, let me put you against your sibling. So you have like the
I
good
didn't
sibling.
think to do that at all.
But like realistically, is you have the good sibling who's a mermaid and she grew up and did the thing. She's so sweet and she
went down
nice.
the path that most
she
people
went down
wanted,
the path that we wanted you
people
to
go through. Yeah.
And then Chloe was like, first off, fuck your bitch.
Click you claim.
And people are like, no, calm that down. Like,
But
you're
you know
not
what?
allowed
The
to.
crazy thing is people don't watch interviews on top of everything else, right? You'll listen to a song, you'll hear a video. I mean, you'll see a video. But you don't watch an interview. And I remember watching a Chloe interview, and she said, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm a grown woman, I'm very much into this. And I'm in this, and I enjoy this, and da-da-da. People would be so upset right now if her came out in a two-piece nakedness.
But do you know that's the whole thing? So, her went from being like, when she first came out, using her name and like showing herself and then being like, oh, I don't want people to sexualize me, which is her right. And that's when she started going by her and wearing the sunglasses. And she recently went back to going by her name of like artist previously actually known as going by her name and like no more sunglasses, all of that. So like, that's why I think it's weird. Y'all version of how y'all want women as artists to progress and transition is just so strange.
And I just want, again, y'all, whatever hatred y'all got against Chloe, let that shit go. But also, if you're going to have this same energy to Chris Brown, you should have had that same energy across the board with all black women who collabed or had a song or whatever. In general,
I'm not even going to say black women. If you had that energy.
But I'm saying that only because they was like, Chloe as a black woman, you shouldn't have had
if you tell a black woman she shouldn't be allowed to do something, then that means nobody should be allowed to do it. Stop telling me that I shouldn't go make money with a motherfucker, but you will let your male friend go do it. Because again, Drake and Chris Brown had a whole album together, and y'all niggas didn't say shit about how he was collaborating with nobody. Song, whatever the fuck, a whole dance ass video that motherfuckers was grooving to. And you didn't care nothing about
Was
it.
that No Guidance? That was No Guidance, right?
Yes. Y'all didn't care shit about
Y'all
it.
was just grinding the fuck out of Under the Influence. Like, let's stop playing these games. That was
y'all fucking Robitussin.
Fucking Robitussin. They're all over the place, okay?
Y'all had the Kappas and Chris Brown video doing the little shimmy, and y'all didn't care shit about that. But now all of a sudden, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Fuck you. Okay? Because she can do what she wants to. Now, if y'all want to, for real, stand on, we don't feel like he repented and he does not deserve our forgiveness, stand on that shit. 20 toes down. Okay? And then he should be blackballed. Like the other people who get blackballed in the industry that we don't talk about.
Have y'all seen him get into a Keely about this?
Yes.
Keely,
girl.
This ain't even a Chris Brown. This Keely, baby. I'm giving away. You thought we forgot? Oh, I was in the high note. I was supposed to be in the low octave. I'm giving away.
Keely is allowed to have her opinion and to speak on said opinion.
You are Keely.
I just feel like, sadly, unfortunately, you are not the person that the people want to hear your opinion from. Like, and that's just what it is. And it's
and I don't feel like, again, the opinion is relevant because you was quiet on a lot of other stuff with him.
Like, you can't bash this thing and then be throwing KFC in people's face. Now, like, and here we are. We supposed to talk
KFC and then getting in the video doing the road dance.
And I know we supposed to be talking about growth. So my thing about with Breezy, and I don't think I realized or knew or understood or whatever that he didn't officially take accountability. I in my head kind of thought he did, but maybe I missed it. Keely, you still denying that you threw KFC in this woman's face. Like,
she threw.
And okay, hear me out. At what point are we allowed to accept people for their faults and their things and then what they grew from? Because I feel like we don't allow people to do that.
Black people don't allow black people to like separate music. And like we don't allow black people to separate artistry and like true person. That's the biggest issue. Because that is one thing that I will stand on. We do it with white artists where though it's an actor, a musician, a dancer, whoever, white artists, we do be like, oh, okay. Even Latin artists, because them Latin artists be NFL, NBA. We, in some situations, we separate it. But when it comes to musically, we don't let them carry their art past the individual.
And I'm really wondering if that's a social media thing. Like, do you do it because it would be frowned upon if you didn't?
No, because they did it with Whitney. Like, okay, hear me out. Truth be told, we made a whole thing about Whitney being a cokehead. And every white rock star was strung out.
On the cocaine.
ODing at 23. Like, that is why there's an industry thing where it'd be like, oh, you die at 23. And that's like the lucky... It is a thing. Or 25. Whatever the age is. But, like, it's a thing. But for us, with Whitney, and also, again, it's this light that we hold our artistry in, where you have to now be this perfect vessel for everything that represents blackness, that we don't allow you that kind of space.
But it's just annoying because
like, we hate
as a regular person, De'Azia, would you in your grown adult ass life want to sit here and be faulted for some shit that you did when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? And you have moved past, you have grown, you have established, you have done all these things. Y'all gonna
hold me accountable, and I'm genuinely gonna be like, I do not remember, and I'm gonna genuinely not remember what you're talking about. But that's also because I think there is a difference. I think there is one thing if you've done something that's bad, and it's really, really, really bad, and you say, I messed up, and I'm actively working to move forward.
If you did the drugs between 18 and 25, I mean, doped up, sold pussy, was on the corner, whatever, all the bad things you could think about. At 30, whatever.
Was I making money?
Shut up. At 30 something, do you want to be? Do you still want to be considered a drug head, doped up head, fucking?
Whether I want to be considered it and whether I am is two different things.
Right, but like
that's the truth of it, because I am. Like, I am what I am. If you did those things, somebody who was addicted to something, you are still an addict. Now you can no longer do the same toxic behaviors, but you still an addict and you gotta fight through
But
that.
do you think you should be punished for the stuff that you did and you
I
moved
don't
past
want
if you
to be.
grown from and you did all these things?
I don't want to be, but I will acknowledge that there are going to be some people who are never going to see me past that because of how I affected them.
I get that. I do.
That's just real.
But if we sitting here going through life never accepting people changing,
I agree. Like, I don't think
that's a problem.
We should not accept
and
change.
I say that on a bare minimum basis. You ever think about people you went to high school with, and they might have just been like a gossipy bunch.
Still crackheads.
No, not even going that deep. They just be the gossipy bunch. Turn
Fair.
this way, please,
Yes,
because
yes,
I
yes.
couldn't see that. Okay, the gossipy bunch, and you ain't talked to them in 20 years or whatever. You be like, they still.
Would I still assume that's your personality? I'm not going to assume that you couldn't grow, but until I realize that you have, I'm also going to deal with you according to what I know of you.
Okay.
Like, if you, because truth be told, if you knew somebody in high school and they was like the gossiper, or they didn't like you and didn't vibe with you and didn't rock with you, and then you see them 15 years later,
you be
when
like,
you first see them, you're going to be like, okay, hey.
But then you give them an opportunity to show you and prove to you something else, right?
Fair.
Okay, like I just feel like people are not granted that opportunity, or if they have shown you never heard nothing else, they never did anything, but yeah, you like holding on to it, can't be nothing else. You gotta be this. And I say that because I remember we was in a car driving.
You can't Trey Songz another chance.
I say that because we was in a car and I was saying about Dr. Dre.
You know, I don't.
Now I tend to mention that he's a woman beater every chance that I get. Solely because I feel like people don't acknowledge that he was a woman beater. And I don't feel like he has taken accountability for being a woman beater. And so therefore...
And people like being like, it was when he was young. His wife of 20 years, when she divorced him, said that nigga was beating my ass every other fucking day, if not every day, just because he woke up and decided to. And y'all was like, how many millions of dollars is she asking for in spousal support? All of it. And should have got more.
Ooh, you know who failed on spousal support? This is a quick segue. Ashley from Real Housewives of Potomac. You talk about baby fumbled, dropped, skipped, fell
What's she doing?
in the ocean. Girl, let me tell you something. So you know how for a long time you've been watching Potomac.
Yeah, I thought
and we've been like, we got a sugar daddy. She knew her prenup. She had 2 of that man's babies. Baby played ass. She don't get no alimony. Like none. I don't know what line.
What was in the prenup?
I don't know, but she don't get no alimony.
Don't let niggas get a hold of his lawyer, cause and he cheated.
And she said that she was like, well, yeah, no, I came out with nothing. And I think the only thing that stayed, like, if she come into some like financial like downfall or whatever.
Does he pay for everything though? Like, is it like, I don't get no spousal support, but you bought my house for me, you pay for the kids' daycare, you pay
so the house is in his name, but it's her house.
I'm confused.
And he has a key, and they have an agreement that...
Is this one of them things where they got legally divorced for sake of something was happening? Maybe because, he from Australia? Mm-hmm. Maybe some shit is happening and they needed to get legally divorced.
So then they turned around and was like, you know how they say, well, like, alimony, like all the money you have before you come in is your money, and then divorce. They'll have a ruling, like, or in a prenup, they'll be like, all the money you came in, all the money I came in, that's your money. But what happened was all the money that he brought in when they worked together, because it was reinvested into his businesses, make it still his money and not their money. Child, she was explaining this on a reunion. I was like, so you fumbled the bag, is what you said. I had 2.
Hey, Miss Mama,
2.
Do you know where the Swiss accounts are? Maybe that's why she, like... Well, who don't have extradition clauses? It's accounts overseas. He's from overseas. Go get the money out the bank, bitch. You don't have to do this. Yeah. You don't have to sit here and take this standing down. Ashley, listen.
Real talk, the way Candace read her G, I ain't even gonna hold you. You need to go watch.
I don't want to watch that. I don't want Candace to be the voice of reason in there. I don't.
She was. Candace was Candace season. I ain't gonna hold you.
Who were you consulting with?
She had a lawyer. Lawyer told her about her. She didn't want to listen to a lawyer. Her family told her about her. She didn't want to listen to nothing.
Her mama was like, so you're not going to get no money?
Nah, it was her uncle, or I think that's her uncle.
The uncle was
was the uncle.
So the house is in his name?
That makes sense to your name? That makes sense to you? It was wild.
See, this is what I'm going to say it. This is what happens when you spend a lot of time with this side and not that side. Cause nah,
because this side be getting their money. They be getting their
But
money.
it's a difference between when you're like this side coming to this side, because then you feel like they doing you a favor and shit.
She had too much trust into that situation. But
Maybe
anywho,
she still got insurance on here. Are you gonna get, I'm not gonna say that, but if you
wink, wink.
it rains a lot. It always rains in Southern California. Just
Potomac. That's
nigga
that
go on
one now.
vacation. That nigga travel all the time. He got a hotel in every state.
All right, hear me out. Cocktail.
For the ASMR folks.
5 stars. What you giving it?
4.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 4. Make sure you put a think bubble right there.
She asked me to do a lot. She'll be asking me to do a lot of shit that she know.
I just be like trying to get in your edit bag, but I'm gonna give it a 4. It did what it was supposed to do. Jamie, you did a thing. You definitely did a thing.
Shout out to making a sweet flavored bourbon.
Because I don't usually
does not make you
like
throw
her.
up.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all things, and we'll holler at y'all later.
Thanks.
Deuces. What's the question?
Like a Porsche or something.
Yeah, like
If I had to
name
name
your baby an object, like if those are the only names you had to choose from.
croissant.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Why is Porsche better than croissant?
Croissant.
Nigga, everybody loves croissant and can go get
And
one.
you can call him Chris for short.
Okay.
That's
What
I'm
you got,
lying, though. I would not
production?
name my child croissant. I would
If
not
you
do
can
that.
name your baby an object,
It would be food related though.
I believe that.
What's yours?
Treasure.
I'm gonna call your baby pirate if you ever come to.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad it's not, but it's gonna be pirate. That's it. That's all. I'm not gonna feel bad.